She emptied our shared account and messaged me. "I'm done with you. Try staying afloat on your own." I responded, "Same to you." She had no idea the account was actually a business credit line registered only under her name. The bank started contacting her about the $80,000 owed within the hour. I'm Alex, 31, male, and I'd been with Sophia, 29, for 6 years, married for 3 of them. The message arrived while I was at my office job on a Thursday afternoon. It read, "Just cleared out our account. I'm leaving you for a guy with real drive. Good luck making it without me. I've already started the divorce process. Don't bother looking for me." I looked at my phone in disbelief, then checked our banking app. Indeed, the account we used for home expenses now showed a balance of $80,000. But here's the key detail about that account. When we first started living together 4 years ago, Sophia wanted to manage the money. She was employed at a bank back then and claimed she knew all the insider tips for earning the most interest and choosing the best options. I was young, smitten, and admittedly bad with finances, so I went along with it. She created what she described as our household account and made me an authorized user. She said it was superior to a standard joint account for taxes and building credit. I deposited my share each month, and she took care of the bills. It seemed to work okay. What I didn't realize until later, and what Sophia evidently still didn't know, was that she'd actually established a business line of credit, not a regular checking account, solely in her name as the owner of her side consulting gig that never got off the ground. I discovered this about 8 months ago when I began learning more about money management, partly because Sophia kept mocking me for being clueless about finances. I spotted odd wording on a statement, searched online, and called the bank acting like I was unsure about the account type. The representative clarified that I was merely an authorized user on a business credit line and not responsible for any debts. Only the primary owner, Sophia, was on the hook for repayment. I stayed quiet about it and continued my monthly transfers. But I also secretly opened my own checking account and began saving an emergency fund as a precaution. So, when that message came in, after the initial surprise, I actually chuckled. She'd essentially borrowed $80,000 from herself on a credit line she'd have to repay with interest. I messaged back, "Same to you." Then I sat back and waited. It took precisely 73 minutes for my phone to blow up. Sophia calling, I ignored it. An unknown number, likely her mom, ignored. Sophia calling again, ignored. Text from Sophia. "What have you done?" Text from Sophia. "The bank claims I owe them cash." Text from Sophia. "This debt is yours too." Text from Sophia. Pick up the phone. I captured screenshots of it all, then blocked her. 20 minutes later, her sister Olivia called. I genuinely got along with Olivia, so I answered. "Alex, what's going on?" Sophia's in tears. Something about the bank demanding payment for a huge debt. "Olivia, your sister just wiped out what she believed was our joint account and texted me that she was dumping me. But it turns out it wasn't a joint account. It's a business credit line in her name only." Long silence. She took money from a credit line. Essentially, she loaned it to herself. And now she owes the bank $80,000 plus interest. "But that included your money as well." "No, I was only an authorized user. My monthly deposits technically went toward paying down the credit line. But the debt itself is all on her. You knew about this." "I found out 8 months ago. Never imagined she'd pull something this dumb, though." Olivia was silent for a bit. "Alex, she's been seeing someone else for months. A crypto enthusiast named Ethan she met at an event. I suspected as much. You should assist her with this debt." "Why on earth would I? She just tried to rob me blind and left me for another guy." "Because it's the decent thing." "Decent? Olivia, She literally attempted to leave me penniless and desperate. She's only in hot water because she didn't grasp her own setup. I ended the call. Update 1. The sense of entitlement has skyrocketed. First, Sophia attempted the legal angle. She had a cheap lawyer send me a demand letter insisting I cover half the debt since it was marital money. My attorney, I'd already hired one, replied straightforwardly, I was an authorized user, not a co-borrower. The debt existed before our marriage as she opened it prior to the wedding. Not my issue. Then came the guilt tripping through her parents. Her father, Michael, showed up at my building. The doorman buzzed me. There's a Michael here for you. Says it's important. Tell him I'm unavailable. I could hear Michael shouting from downstairs about having a man-to-man talk and acting honorably. Security removed him eventually, but things got even more intriguing. Remember Ethan, the crypto dude? Well, Olivia contacted me again with some gossip. Apparently, Sophia had told Ethan she was getting at least $80,000 from the divorce, plus spousal support and half my retirement savings. She'd painted this picture of being wed to a high-powered tech exec, I do IT help desk, who was wealthy but stingy. Ethan thought he'd landed a wealthy partner. When Sophia explained the debt mess, he vanished. Completely cut her off in under a day. She attempted to move into the place he'd rented for them. Yep, she co-signed a lease with him. But shockingly, he hadn't actually added her name. The landlord barred her entry without Ethan's okay, and Ethan had already informed them she wasn't allowed. So now Sophia was without a home, $80,000 in debt and alone. Did I feel sorry? For maybe 0.3 seconds, then I recalled her "good luck staying afloat" message and resumed my breakfast. But Sophia persisted. She crafted an entire victim story on social media, posting about how her financially controlling ex-husband had deceived her into debt, how I'd rigged the banking system against her. The issue was, several shared friends were in finance. Her old bank colleague, Marcus, commented, "Sophia, you worked in banking. You set up that account yourself. I recall you boasting about the points." She removed the post, but screenshots spread anyway. Then came the truly sad effort. She contacted my mother, hoping to persuade her to make me help with the debt. My mom's reply was epic. She shared the screenshot with me. Sophia. Mrs. Thompson, Alex won't assist with this mix-up in our finances. As his mom. Can you reason with him? The same reasoning you used when cheating on my son with that crypto idiot? That reasoning? Remove my number. But the height of entitlement hit yesterday. I received a call from the bank, not regarding the debt, but about Sophia attempting to report the authorized user card as fraudulent. She alleged I'd siphoned from the credit line without her awareness. The rep sounded exhausted. Sir, we've examined the history. All transactions from your card were routine household items, food, bills, etc. Does she truly want a fraud probe? What if you do? Filing a bogus fraud claim is a federal offense. And since she texted admitting to withdrawing the money, she pulled out $80,000 in one go. Why wasn't that red flagged? Business lines have looser rules. It was within her credit limit, but now she must repay it with interest. How high? 24.99% APR. I nearly spit out my coffee. If she stuck to minimums, she'd pay indefinitely. Update 2. The downfall sped up quicker than anticipated. Sophia's attorney ditched her when she couldn't cover the fees. She tried self-representation at our initial divorce court date, arrived in fancy outfits, likely purchased with the taken funds, and requested alimony due to her accustomed standard of living. The judge reviewed her records, noted the $80,000 withdrawal, saw her admission texts, observed she'd been full-time employed until quitting 2 weeks prior, thinking she wouldn't need work after draining me. Judge: Madam, You took $80,000 from a credit line, left your job, and now seek support from your ex? He deceived me. He knew it was credit. Did he make you open it? No. Did he make you withdraw? No. But he should have informed me. You created it, managed it for years, worked in banking. Not knowing your own tools isn't his fault. No alimony? She actually owes me money since she drained funds with marital contributions. The $80,000 included my inputs over time. But here's where Sophia's entitlement exploded. She began phoning my workplace every day, claiming I'd robbed her, that I was a threat, that they employed a financial crook. HR called me in. I laid out the facts, showed divorce docs, her messages, all. They were understanding, but the calls disrupted. That's when I revealed my trump card. I'd recorded everything, legal in my state with one-party consent, including a voicemail where Sophia said outright, "I'll call your work daily till you pay my debt. I'll invent stories. They'll terminate you soon." HR blanched. Legal stepped in. They issued her a cease and desist. She broke it in 48 hours. My firm filed harassment charges. But there's more. The bank initiated collections. Sophia skipped her first payment after squandering most of the $80,000. How? Per Olivia, who was now fully appalled by her sister. First-class flights to Costa Rica for her, and Ethan, $12K. Luxury shopping, $15K. Deposit on a high-end apartment she couldn't sustain, $8K. Down payment on a new vehicle, $10K, but denied the loan. Beauty treatment